Hello, hello, hello. We are getting started here. What is good, everyone? So we have an hourly fair value gap here. If you want to push higher for 1 p.m., I'm anticipating a drive back inside for moving higher. And if we get a 5-minute confirmation set up on this hourly fair value gap, that's pretty good here. Pretty bullish day here. Hourly unicorn. Basically, yeah, with this here. I think we just get a simple retrace inside this hourly fair value gap and move higher from here. Yo, okay. Inside this 15-minute fair value gap still. Feeling better, slightly better, but still coughing. I'm waiting. But we'll still get a good trade. I feel like a lot of people around have been getting sick too. Desi said, you know what's funny? Desi was like, I feel like I'm getting a fever. We might have to cancel the London live. And he's like, never mind, I'm good. So ain't no one safe. It's gonna be a waiting game today for PM just because AM did pretty good delivery to the upside. I still think we push higher. I don't think PM has enough strength to just continuously go for another 200-point move like AM did. We'll just get further continuation here. I want to see us take one of these highs or lows here. I feel like we've just been stuck in this consolidation for far too long on the daily chart. The 4 hour is really good here. We had this 4 hour gap that was made from DeepSeek. We filled it, just retraced back inside this previous 4 hour, pushed higher with that displacement here, the bullish 4 hour fair value gap, and just retraced back down, going for that leg up, shooting for this high now. I'm not sure we can get it today with PM. Such a nice run today. It's a pretty good bull run here for since open. 9:30 manipulated under 10 a.m. Just pushed up. I just want to see what London did too. How many of you guys traded London last night? I think Desi was live on London on the channel. He said he hit one win, hit one loss. But pretty clean reversal London time here. And then just continue for New York AM. Asia last night was okay. This is the only trade I was really going for last night here, because we were bearish bias and we want to go for the slows. And we didn't get that fill, but I just kept on scalping shorts. We're looking for it's hourly now. See if we can get it to retrace back to side. I start cooking today. We took a nice clean trade yesterday. Let's try to do the same thing today. Rinse and repeat. When we stream during Asia, I'm just trying to get used to the timing of it. I'm gonna trade some first, and then we're gonna set a schedule. It's not dedicated yet, but ideally, it's gonna be somewhere around like 9 to 12. It's not gonna be for 3 hours, so that's the thing. It's either 8 to 10, 10 to 12, or 9 to 11, something like that. We're starting to finalize a London stream schedule with Desi, and then we'll figure out for Asia. But it's gonna be slow steps from there. Yeah, I think we go higher from here. Stepping up the YouTube game is just kind of like having a structured system. We're gonna be looking to have someone on for Asia, for London, for New York AM, New York PM, and we're gonna ideally also create collabs where, like, you know, one person be leading the stream session, where you bring other fellow traders on too. That's also good in like trading with them. Kind of like a TV type of channel, but more dedicated, exclusive to real traders, not just like a trading show. Oh, that's also good. I think, yeah, Kane does. He has a lot of people on. He has someone AM, PM, London. I can't do them all, but once we get into the fair value gap, would inversion be the confirmation? It could be anything. It could be off inversion. It could be a simple favor I got retrace on the 5. But typically inversion is very common, especially in if we're looking at a retrace on a higher time frame. We're starting to come back to this hourly here. We could perhaps even looking at a short scalp to drive in. I don't really see an entry model yet here though. Why stream more when such high success rate for New York PM? It's because, let's say for Asia or London, Asia, let's say for example, has been running really good, and I would probably dedicate a few of my funded accounts to just scale up, and then use like my main accounts for like New York PM just for base hits. So like, let's say funded that has no payout limits, like Top Step, I could just keep on trading with them and try to do more trailing method and just let them ride out. We're kind of bullish on all time frames. The 1 minute could be more subjective, but I'm just gonna put it bullish for now. We're looking for this drive in for lower here. More money, more problems is what I'm hearing. Try to bounce here. I really want to see a drive down. If we bounce, I feel like it's going to just be for a short scalp to really play into the lower prices. Hit the hourly for value up. Is there a stopping point where you're actually satisfied? I feel like that's the thing. I think when we're trading, it's kind of hard to be satisfied because the moment you get complacent, you just become stagnant essentially. So when you keep on doing, like, let's say like you go from 50K a month to like 75K a month to 100K a month, now I feel like 100K in payouts and like combined with like personal account and like option account, that doesn't feel as impressive anymore. It just feels normal, and you just want to shoot for higher, like, because you know you can do higher. That 100K a month you did, let's say I did in January, there were some mistakes in it. Like I didn't get Apex approval. I blew the account while trying to request again. All these other stuff. And you just don't feel satisfied because you can shoot for high. You know you could do better, and there's no scaling, I guess, for it. You can always just do more sizing, more accounts, make more money. Even for a live account, let's say you don't even count personal, like you can go for like 5 minis to like 10 minis. Now you can do twice as much with the same results. The master of PM, I feel like I got that for the most part. PM is very particular. I want to try to get a master in Asia session. I think Asia session is always underrated, underappreciated, but more looked at now than ever. But I always never feel satisfied doing like a challenge account. Let's say like, you know how people start like let's say 10K account and run up to 100K. That's cool and all, but I'd rather go for bigger like PRs or records of itself. It's just tough. I don't think I will ever be satisfied. Because you know you can do better. Even on your best month, you still have like days or some accounts where you just didn't perform as how you wanted. Let's see this drive-in is hourly here. It's just kind of chopping around. I kind of want to bank on a short right now. I feel like just like a short scalp. We got this inversion already. I want to play for this hourly draw right now and then look for longs after. What would this short be, like 15 points? Let's say you play for this inversion retrace. Oh, let me set my trade copyright. I don't think I have it on. I want to try a short scalp, but I need a better entry model. There's a 5-minute fair value gap here too. If this doesn't close under, that'd be pretty good. Kind of like a 10-point stop, maybe. This high. You're going for a run to 684s. That's not bad. It looked like something like this, basically. And then you can try to flip long. I don't know. That's sort of like an idea I'm looking at right now. I'm probably need a better entry model. Longs, I'm just looking for a deep drive in. It could just go all the way down to the 50% mark. It go lower all the way. Whatever it is, as long as I see like a 5-minute setup somewhere, it could be off a breaker, it could be off a unicorn, it could be off an inversion. That's where I'll be looking for like long entry again. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna probably let this SMT first before trying something like that. We got a pretty good close on this 5 too. Still looking for a long entry somewhere down here. We didn't SMT off this either, so I haven't played that yet. Yeah, this 5-minute flip was not that impressive here. I'm trying to flip it through a lot of time frames because we're kind of just consolidating. But shorts, it looks like on NQ seems more appealing than ES at the moment. So overall, looking for a draw inside this hourly fair value. Is it a good idea to try to play this short scalp? 684 is what I'll be going for if it's in play. Probably best idea just to wait though. I'm just trying to look at the hourly here. I can definitely see this drive in. And then we flip long somewhere, probably 680s. Just gonna wait. Still believe we go lower on ES though. Or NQ here. Moving lower here. I want to see this play out here. It's a little preemptive. Drawing lower. Looking for 684s on this play. I'm gonna just let it trail through until we get to this hourly. And the moment we do get a confirmation on the 5, most likely, I'll try to flip long. Once you just push through 680s. It's a large gap, so I'm not gonna just see the flip at the top of the fair value. I'm gonna wait until it really pushes through and find like a low somewhere. Try to flip. There we go. I think that 684 is here. There's that push. Holy crap. Holy crap. I'm just gonna let this trail through. Put at that previous high on this player. It's gonna probably trail me out here. I want to see it go lower. We have more room to go in this hourly. I'm gonna try to look for longs now. We want long confirmation. This is the 15-minute fair value gap in pink. I'm paying attention to the hourly. You notice we just barely jumped into the hourly right now, so we have more room to go. I believe we'll try to move lower here still. We'll delete some of these lines. Trying to see longs now. Watching for a 5-minute confirmation. This is kind of like the idea I'll draw out. If it does move something like this, be a pretty good setup for 5. I don't want to see a bounce just by driving in the first tip here. We're going back inside this displacement that took out this low here. If we want to continue lower inside the hourly, this wants to hold down here. And then we'll try to see for longs after. If we inverse this though, we might consider trying to look for longs from there. I want to see a 5-minute close though. Moving high from here. I wanted to go for a deeper drive here. Come on. Interesting. This looks bullish here, guys. This actually looks pretty bullish here. Damn. I don't want to fill up yet. All right, let's look for long setups now. It's because we dove into the hourly fair value gap, which what we were drawing to. We took out this internal low, left a displacement, and we're trying to flip off that candle, off that gap. You probably would have to look for longs on this retrace once we inverse here. That would have been ideal. This is hindsight right now, but I would like something like this here. Next internal high, we flipped it. I didn't take this entry. I want it lower. Is Tick Tick good? I still trade with Tick Tick. They're fine. They're not the best though. Shradify, I think, has a better superior team than them. They do very quick payouts. Tick Tick takes like 3 to 5 days, which is longer than normal, but they still pay out. But that's what you're asking me. As long as you follow the rules. So we didn't inverse this or continue lower. I want to see what it does here. Very curious. Interesting right now. ES just looks like it's ready to move back up. NQ, we're kind of testing it a little bit here. I'm waiting. I think someone asked earlier why we took that short earlier from here. Stop at the previous high, which we marked out here, just like about 11 points. I was going for a deeper drive inside this hourly and potentially look for a flip. So this is a little bit iffy for me. We just took another sweep. This looks bullish still. I just don't know how stable it is yet, so I'm just going to let that play out a little bit more. Pushing higher. This will be a nice breaker here. This is what I'm also paying attention to. If we do get a real 5-minute strong confirmation flip. You guys like long or shorts from here? What a good drive down. I think the right answer right now, the technical answer should be longs because we did drive into the hourly. No matter we just did a tip of it. I wanted it a little bit lower. We just didn't get that. Try to play it ambitious, but this is, remember, we're still bullish bias. The short we took earlier was just a simple drive and tick internal for a sweep back up. This gap here was very important because this gap was the displacement made to take out the internal low. And then we inversed it. We basically used this as support twice. So if we missed this first entry here, we did get a second one. if we just want to soup this entry. So honestly, this might be in play also if you just want to quick long here. It's a little bit more tight. The first retrace inside this fair value gap. Oh, sorry, I started moving already. I probably won't play this. The risk score is not that good right now. Still like longs. We just took ES highs here. Still pretty bullish, if I could say anything. What will TP be? I think we're kind of going for one of these internal highs. If you're holding longs, you're looking at one of these to get taken out. If we can get a push through this high, this would be a 1 minute breaker too, and it'll be a nice manipulation. We leave these internal highs as our target or trace back down. This would be probably the same thing as a 5 minute setup. If I believe, yeah, the same thing as a 5 minute setup, honestly. Still pushing. Man, should I have taken this long here? That minute we'll play the short and we'll play the long. We'll play both sides as planned. I should have really paid attention to this version more. That's a hindsight thought right now. If you took this and got stopped, your stop is way too tight. You would pretty much look for stop at this previous low, to be honest, and then go for a run these highs here. All right, we're in the 5 minute breaker territory now. This is the 5 minute breaker, just marked on the 1 as well. This will be a great target of internal highs if we don't tag every one of them. But we are. Some of you guys are commenting SMT. SMT doesn't matter if we're bullish. We took the manipulation. That is pretty bullish. Leading, because ES is leading up right now, and keep trying to follow suit. That's not a signature for shorts. Just because there's SMT doesn't mean you try to counter this. I tried to see if we can get this long before this high made it too. Good 5 minute fair value gap is made now. I will mark the SMT though, because the significance here is ES took the highs, NQ didn't. I'm gonna let this drive in. The moment we get a 1 minute inverse back up, that's gonna be my confirmation here, since we already took this ES high here. So, for instance, we're getting this 1 minute gap. The moment we just get an inversion over, I'll take the long. We're in the 5 minute breaker now too. No gap is made yet. We should look at the next candle. If ES high wasn't taken, that would have been a pretty magnificent draw. So we swept a handful of internal highs, not this one, of course. Let's look for the 5 minute close first. This inversion could really send it through. Not too much happening yet. Sit tight. We're still early in the stream. We're actually trying to turn back down. We inverse this fair value gap, essentially a BPR in its own right here, and it's getting held down by this. If bulls want to really save this, we just bounce, fill this fair value gap, bounce this order block inside this breaker, and really try to push this higher. That's the way that bulls can really save this move here. I'm not taking anything yet. Delete this. Good reaction there. Really good reaction off there. Just nothing promising yet. This is more of an idea right now. I'm not taking this. We were starting to look like we could flip momentum here. We closed a 15-minute candle there. E is still bullish. E is holding like a champ right now. Why does SMT not matter? There's a significance in SMT. It's just not something that we're. If you see SMT, you just counter trend it. We're still bullish narrative right now. I think that's what someone was asking earlier. Like, oh, this SMT, should I short? But it's still bullish here, so you can't do that. We didn't even really take too much of a big liquidity target. Just like a high of the session on ES, so just not much of importance. Yeah, we do have the 2 p.m. macro coming up. Remember yesterday, we were just stuck. If you were here yesterday, we were stuck in idle trading until 2 p.m. where we manipulated, hit our area of interest, and gave us a entry model for longs off this like 5-minute unicorn. So if anything, we could try to run that back. One more drive down during the 2 p.m. macro could be interesting for if we do want to flip back up. This fair value gap is holding right now too, interesting enough. This is a pretty good line of defense so far. I'm surprised. We did try to anticipate that. Nvidia's selling off. Dude, Nvidia has just been kind of cracked, just back and forth. Look at this range. I was basically selling catch what's here, and then it hit like big TP back up, and once it came back down, back to 120 area again, I added again, came back up, and I stopped since. And it's going back and forth. We're waiting for 2 p.m. closure here. I think we're just consolidating. I don't think there's anything in trade here yet. Are you bullish or bearish? Probably bullish until I see some displacement downside. Even though I'm bullish, I could expect like a manipulation. Here's a potential manipulation here. I try to bounce in this area that I wanted. So 6 more minutes for 2 p.m. close. We'll see where it wants to land us there. Hmm. 5 more minutes for 2 p.m. closure here. How do you get sleepy not watching this? That's the thing. You don't bank on price action being quick and keep you awake. Usually, it's very boring. So you want to dedicate, that's why I can't sit in the computer for like 5-6 hours. I can sit there for like 2 hours, and then we'll see what we can get there. Just gotta be patient. Dirt slow though. We're just kind of in this consolidation with S&T on ES taking high. We're starting to turn from the S&T. So it's not the best bullish signature right now. Still holding on the higher time frame, so there's no reason to look down yet. I think we just keep on looking for upside, and I'm not sure if this was the manipulation that we were looking for, but we're gonna see for another long entry coming up here. I don't think there's any clear draw liquidity. The only thing is there's clear narrative. We see the 15-minute gap being respected. We see this hourly getting respected. There's no way we can play shorting this right now. And we just got this inversion here. This inverted way too far up. But I see. Two PM candles about to close up here. One day pass means you can just pass in one day. You don't have to pass in one day, but it's an option too. Two PM close here. Really not getting much out of this. I liked upside. I waited for it. Kind of getting left with no entry. It's just drawn to these highs right now. We're gonna have to run back Asia tonight, guys. I did try to trade Asia in the chat. I posted a few setups. And I just posted that I was just bearish the whole time, just looking for short scalps. I think I was looking at since 8, like around here. This was the first setup I saw. This would have been a beautiful breaker setup here. Take out these lows, and then since that was missed, it was continue short scalps all the way until like I got off at like around midnight. So I'm gonna try to look for trades around, honestly, just 8 to 12. But it's not gonna be me just sitting on the computer. It's just gonna be me like maybe setting some price alerts, and just playing with whatever buys I see. This is gonna be 4-hour time span. And we're gonna try to do that again tonight. And once we get used to the Asia more, we'll have like a live stream for it. So if you want the Asia session, it might be coming soon. We have the PM session locked already. I think you just wait for the PM session to come to you, right? London, you're gonna wait for London as well. Let me look at ES. I really haven't been paying attention to ES right now. ES actually did a nice breaker setup here. 2 p.m. drop. Little SMT from this drop too. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe should have played ES. Not many gaps to play by, just simple breaker. So you'll probably just look for entry, play your stop in the breaker, like 3-foot stop. I was trying to be focused on NQ, see if we can find something. East Coast or West Coast? I'm in the East Coast, Florida. Is this Peter guy trolling? So negative. This internal high, I think, is what it's drawn into right now. Hindsight is kicking in for me to long this, but like here's the thing: hindsight doesn't make or lose you any money. What does lean more to losing money is FOMO. That's what we're not trying to do here. I think I just wish I stuck to the plan, right? The plan was we try to look for a short scalp to draw inside this hourly fair value gap. No matter how deep it is, it could go just to, take the liquidity or go deeper down. In this case, it's took like about a quarter of it, maybe less than a quarter. And then look for long setups. This is the long confirmation here. If we took this inversion long here, we would have swung it all the way up to this high, about like 30 points. Not sure if we'll just re-long this, but we had the right idea. Did you not long because you were holding shorts? No. I was already out of shorts once we took out this low I shared. I think it was taking out like 83 or something. I was waiting to see if it could go a little bit lower first before flipping long. But we flipped really fast and we got this inversion here. That would have been the area to start flipping longs. Now we just drew up to this internal high here that it missed earlier. And if it was a ES trade, it will look something like this. ES trade could look something like this, basically. Stop in the breaker, go for the next high, and let it play out. It's a pretty clean breaker since we did take this internal low, made a high here, get a strong displacement out of it. This is gonna be a decent setup here with bullish narrative. I think it's a missed opportunity. I think there's a lesson learned for the next time it does something like that. Because we were anticipating longs. We just didn't execute off of it. A little bit hesitant, and it moved pretty fast. Once we got that inversion, it started moving. Let me see the next target here. Probably the next easiest target is this high that was made on Wednesday. Is this what, London high or lunch high? Because ES did draw to that high already, and you didn't yet, so that's what we're going for. Took a long when we inversed that BPR. I was also anticipating this too. I think this one, the risk reward wasn't that favorable. I would have probably took the inversion long here, more so than anything. I'm thinking about where to put the stop, but we didn't really have much drawdown. You did play that inversion here of that BPR. So fair play. Only took one short scalp so far, which did play out. Missed a long. We're still looking for one more setup. If it's a continuation, that's fine. Oh, no way. Desi alerted that short scalp. The same BPR. What the heck? If he was here, maybe I would take it with him. It's that same BPR short scalp here once he closed above. God darn, that was good. I like just more risk reward. I'm not sure if I would like this as a good risk reward because where would you put your stop here, right? To me, like even if it goes like 13-point stop here, if it comes back down here, this is still bullish validation. So for me to be comfortable, it has to be like all the way down here, and that makes it a bad entry. Why is the market bullish? It's because we're respecting the 15-minute time frame. We swept internals, and we're building bullish narrative for higher now. For purely why we're bullish here. If we didn't do that, then for us to be bearish, we'll just flip. We'll run through this hourly and get a deep closure, probably under 600. What are the steps to create your own model off of ICT concepts? You know, it's really up to you. Like you know how ICT does have a lot of umbrella concepts. Um, in different type of entry models, different things he looks at. You pick what you like, you backtest it, you refine it, and you try to incorporate it in. What is Lanto entry model? He does he just follows the bias very well, and he'll take entries off of inversions, any retracement, just simple, very simple trades where it's not anything complex. Apex sale ends today. Is that true? Oh, ends in 9 hours, guys. If you guys want Apex scalp, you know which one to use. Oh, it's smart. We'll send it for non-farm payroll. We're overextended long here is similar to suicide. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why you want to look for a decent risk reward type of long. If you long anyway here, it could simply do a retrace back up, takes you out, and then move higher. This is where you sit on hands here. The 4 hour so bullish. We are pretty bullish on the 4 hour right now. Good news is PopStop did pay me out. It took like a few days to actually hit my bank. Another 15K in the bank. Tops up the GOAT. And then they're setting up the live account. They said it could come today, tomorrow, next day, next few days. I feel like I've been the most patient with these prop firms. I feel like other people, like, you know, if you're waiting for 2 months for a live account, you might feel a type of way. You're like, what the heck? I missed opportunity to make more money, to trade more. I just been silently waiting to trade in other firms. When you go on Tops Up TV, Nick Dobie did send some email saying like if I want to join on a few times. Did you get the Tradeify live account? I heard it was gonna be soon, but I think they're still waiting on Tradeivate for the final approval. So at this moment, it says still end of February. Tick Trader says that they have my account ready. I haven't got my login details yet, so those 2 firms, it's been like 2-3 months. I'm just waiting patiently though. I'm live with TopStep, Tradeify, Tick Trader. I was live with ETF also, but don't recommend that firm. At least TopStep has a live system already, so it's very easy to move them live. Tradeify, Tick, they're still new to shifting people to live, so. What about FFF, Funded Features Family? How many people here trade Funded Features Family? It's an interesting model. I don't know how they can survive doing this model, but it's just looking at the 150K. I think it's 40% off, so it's $180. But no activation fee is pretty big here. It's the same thing as TopStep. The eval is the same thing. 50% consistency, 4,500 drawdown. You take 2 days to pass. Once you get funded, there is a 40% consistency rule. That's it. There's $180 basically to pass. I got 10K payout from them last week, I think, or so. I'm trying to get a bigger payout from them next time. I think some people are still skeptical of Funded Features Family. I gave them a try. I gave them like a few months to like get stable. They were good. I gave them a try. I got a payout, so I'm happy right now. I haven't seen anyone get like, you know, denied for whatever reasons. But basically, if you like TopStep model, I think the Funded Features model is more competitive. And we have our partnership with them too. We started them last week. We have a code SMART for them, and then we're gonna set up that cash rebate whenever they are able to respond back to our emails. But they did say yes, they were willing to join in. Yeah, and the resets are also cheaper which is great. But it's 40% because it's rule. It's not bad at all. I feel like anything that's high like that is not many people get affected by it. Like, how many people, like, you know what 40% consistency means, right? If, let's say you make 10K, that means your high stake can't be 4,000. How many people are hitting that? I would understand more if it's like 20% consistency, but this is 40. 40 is pretty darn high where you don't even need to think about it. You make 10K in an account, and your highest stake can't be more than 4,000. If it does, let's say it's 5,000, you just gotta make a little bit more. Some people do get, like, you know, complaints with all these rules. Most of these rules are easily adaptable or it doesn't affect you. And then, like, you know, let's say some firms like, oh, you can't make more than 50,000 on a sim funded. And people are like, what the heck, man? Why you put that rule on us? It's like, are you making 50,000 on one account? It just kind of like ironic to see that the people who are worried about this won't even come close to touching it. It's such an absurd amount of money for you to really reach that parameter for them to, like, restrict you. I can see this trying to flip here. There's not good risk reward again. And we do 5-minute flip here. This would be pretty decent for looking at downside for scalp. They complain about taxes. Yeah, there's a lot of people, lots of things people complain about, man. I try to hold my complaints though. I only complain when, like, you know, there's something to complain about. For prop firms, everything has been a blessing. The only thing that hasn't been too much of favorable is live benefits. Because when you just make the comparison, why not just take all those profits and roll them to your own cash account where you get 100% split, no rules, no nothing, withdrawal anytime you want, while the live account still, some firms like TopStep don't even give you daily payouts. So that, you know, that's something worth complaining about. All the rules and all that, like, it's not worth your time to really worry about. You and Desi start streaming London is absolutely gem. He did it 2 times in a row. Chat, type 1 if you tune in his London session either today or last night or the day before that. He did 2 so far this week. I want to tune in too, but, like, I don't think I'm able to because I was trading Asia already, and I do plan on trading PM. And I don't know, it'll be very challenging to also trade New York or on London. We're gonna probably change this channel name and from Brian's Tonk to, like, more of a collab type of thing. It could be just like smart trading, so we can bring other traders on, not just like a brand dedicated on myself. But yeah, I think somewhere in February I'll also start streaming Asia, and then we're gonna, if you guys are in a Discord for our server or like my server or his server, if you're lifetime members in either one of them, you'll get access to both. Smart milkers. I don't want to make it like something prop related because, you know, like, we're also traders at the end of the day. Probably just smart trading. All right, see this 5-minute closure here. Let's see what we can work with here. We are a bit overextended though. I do agree with that. I'm probably more favorable for downside now that we took out this highs out. I need to see some displacement, which we're starting to show here. We flip this 5-minute. We'll use this 5-minute inversion. This would be pretty darn good for a short. Let's see where the target will be. Could be all the way to this internal low. Let me post this hourly here. I'm also gonna, if you're in the Discord, we're also gonna try to incorporate, you know, if you're, let's say you're not able to stream or stay tuned in the stream, or just not constantly in a trade. We're gonna be posting the trade here, like what we talked about today here. You know, we played for this hourly for value gap for higher. We didn't get the setup though, but there's a recap. And then yesterday, I think we did play the setup here for 5-minute unicorn. If you were here yesterday, that 2 p.m. did come hit, and then we posted that too. And we're gonna try to do that for Asia, for London. So let's say you're not able to sit through 2 hours, at least you'll still be able to get the trade with us. What is this one someone's spamming? What the hell? All right, let's see if we flip this 5-minute here. Does that 5-minute flip, perhaps? Slightly, yeah. So if we do come back up, we're gonna look this for more resistance here. Going for these lows here. I don't really see a 1-minute entry model from here. What do you guys think? It is contradicting to the 15-minute and the hourly because we're still bullish there. I can just see it playing out though. It's probably like a B minus C setup right now. Quick 5-minute retrace. I looked at it more. I didn't see a clean 1-minute gap. Had we had like a nice 1-minute gap, we probably took the short. Something like this. This is still like another hindsight type of play. 10 points, go for bare minimum, this internal low, 14. Play lower off this 5-minute inversion, which is because the same thing as this 5-minute previous inversion. So it's like a BPR setup right now. I did like that. I just don't really see it too clean of entry because we're still bullish on the higher time frames on the 15 and the hourly. So it's just a little bit too preemptively. Kind of opted out there. I don't know if anyone was able to take this 5-minute short model here, but it started to play out. We're looking for a dive to 606 or 706 here. And see how that plays out. I'm a bit hesitating a little bit today because we're not getting the cleanest setups, but we have the right idea. We have the right patience for it. So I'm trying my best to showcase, like, you know, my thought process on everything. And that was one of them. Isn't that a 5-minute unicorn? It could be. Let me see. You wouldn't use this here. You could use this, but I feel like you want to use like more of the immediate candles here. So it'll be this candle, but we didn't soup this low. SMC off these highs, this wall. It's a little bit. I can see it playing out. I'm not taking this. This was the previous idea. I'm just excited to really dominate some Asia session though, and just let it play out. I want a monstrous play, and then that would I think may push me to really trade Asia to the next level. Asia is probably the one session you really need patience, and you thought you need patience for PM session. New Asia is going to be the test of all tests. Do you take all your trades live here, or you take outside also? Every thought process is given here. If there's a setup, I usually still share it in the Discord. We're not gonna finalize a session for Asia yet. We're still figuring out the time for it and just getting some more experience in. So I'll be trading tonight in the Discord. And I'll just share pictures or the commentary and see what I see. 5-minute inversions playing out right now. We're about to get a slam down 706 here. For those who took that short. I'm like 1 for 1 for trades right now and like 3 for 3 for ideas. You want to see this slam down to 706 here, and then it could slam lower, but this might be already a good TP here. I hesitated a little bit here. I should have taken it because this is a nice 5-minute inversion, retrace back inside. I looked at the 1 to see if I want to take it, and I saw it's kind of like a B- setup. So I kind of opted out for it. That hesitation. But yeah, I think it would have been like a retrace back inside, stop at this previous high, and then take out this pretty clean 1.4 RR right now. If you're just looking for like either a stop run or max TP. You can't even take this low out. What's happening here? I should start a business where I just pass evals for people and they can trade the funded account because holy shit, I can make profit on the funded account. Can't even take out this low. That's kind of lame. We're about to go back to that re-entry, the 5 minute here. That probably stressed me out. If I took that and then missed the TP by like 2 points, and I'd be like, should I put break even stop? Should I not? That would also annoy me if I hit break even there. Trading is boring, man. How many of you guys have a cash secured put like account that you use to sell options? I just been slowly growing my account up there too. Maybe I'll share what it looks like right now. I haven't logged in Robinhood on my computer in like a long time. It's always on my phone. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. This is the Robinhood port right now. I think we're about 13,000 on the week is kind of crazy. Literally, like when I posted 290, we're at 302 right now, and we have some positions open right now. I don't know if it shows it. How do I see it? Oh, it shows it on the side here. I have some NVIDIA puts that are up pretty nicely right now. Cash secured puts, some Riot, semiconductor, These are expired worthless all the time here. So I had like about 20 contracts, 30 contracts. I only have like probably what 10 left here. So that's free money there. I have some SQ2 that I put up. Just kind of repeating. I'm trying to master that, and then maybe we'll have a channel where we just push out only cash secure puts type of trades. It's like the easiest way to trade. I feel like the easiest. Like I feel like anyone can do it. Like I was trying to show my mom like a method just to make a few $1,000 off a 50K account, just doing cash secure puts, just playing like very safe. Is that live or demo? Is Robinhood? Robinhood doesn't even have a demo account. But yeah, I did share my last trade on Discord and on Twitter here. If you follow me on Twitter, like I do share like my Robinhood updates. It hit almost 300K January 30th. We're at 302 right now. It's pretty good. Like it was 292 literally a week ago. Now we're at 302, and then probably the week after that it was like probably 280. It's been slowly building up. It's boring, but I feel like it's just very easy to grow it. It wasn't the last time I posted a Robinhood update. I don't get everyone on board because I feel like it's the easiest way to make money, especially if you have a lot of capital. When was the last time I made an update here? Must be a long time ago. I don't think we're going to see another trade coming up, so we're trying to just look around here. Oh, December 18th? This was at 280 here, so we're like 20K higher right now. Damn. What caused the big drop in your balance? What usually caused that is where's that drop that you're referring to? Let me see if I can just pull it up. It's probably just because you're swinging a lot of positions. It's like a week-long position, right? So like let's say for the month right now, this is the last 30 days. You could be up a good amount, but you're swinging a lot of positions, and that position could be down short term temporarily, but you just hold through them and let it play out, and it just keeps on going up. And I'm still holding trades from last week here because expiration is February 7th, so a lot of them already expired or going to expire. So the way the cash secured puts is you just kind of take advantage of theta, right? You take advantage of theta, let it play out for like 10 days, 2 weeks, and if you're flat, let's say unless you're bearish right now or bullish, if price stays the same in 2 weeks, you're gonna make a lot of money. If it goes in your favor, you make the same amount of money. If it goes against you, there you still have wiggle room because you collect the premium. You won't need like a 300K account like I have because I grew that account from 250. But I have other people who just front up like 50,000 and then they're doing like a few thousand per month right now, which is that's pretty good. Like you're not going for like 10% a month, but like 5%. That's a good month per month. Why not put that money in a futures broker account? I'm just trying to spread it out. The futures is like the easier, it's like a straightforward way, but this is the safer way because you can still be very flat on the trade idea. Let's say you do like options, selling options on QQQ, and it's the same price of like NQ right now, 21,700. 3 weeks later, if it's the same price, you still be up a lot of money. If you do it for futures, you'll just be break even, right? Because you're selling to options to traders who are banking on a big move. And what happens if it doesn't happen, or it doesn't make a big move, or just it does make that move but comes back up and stays flat for the week, which is pretty common. You just make a lot of money. Have you been assigned stocks? Only one time. And it was assigned when I was in favor of it. That's also another thing. Since this cash secure puts, let's say you get assigned Nvidia for $120, you still collect the premium. So like, you know, you still get money out of it. You just gotta wait for Nvidia to come back up. It's not naked calls. You're doing cash secured puts, which is the safer side. Selling options rich people play. That's the thing though. You don't need too much money. Like if you have a 50K account, which I think a lot of people do have that as their source, you can make 2,000, 3,000 per month, which is kind of like 4 to 5% per month. And then for those who, you know, like on the same journey as like me, you trade a lot of fundeds, you get a lot of payouts. You roll those payouts into these option accounts to just start building some pretty safe wealth, and you spread them out. You could do like a long-term account. You could do option account here. I also have a long-term account that's like 300K right now. I'm just holding through them. Can you do a 10K? Yes, you can, but it's relative, right? If you do a 10K, be happy with like $500. $500 is 5% of the month. Still applies. What's the main reason for you to sell deep in the money puts like Nvidia? I sold them like 2 weeks out. So here's what I did basically, right? I think this is Nvidia. Basically, this is my Nvidia trade right now. I think Nvidia was like 119, 120. I just sold some puts as it was down like 17%. For me to lose money, Nvidia had to go down to like 10 or something after the premium. And it went up. It went up like the next day. I was up 50% on it. I just covered it there, even though I had like 2 weeks out. Likewise, when it came back down back to this support area, that's where you start adding. And what could happen is Nvidia can't come back down here. You'll be down probably like 30, 40% on the puts, on the cash secure puts. But what happens then? It comes back up. And now you're fat green on it because you have theta. So if you sold it here, once it came up probably around this area, you already break even. Once it comes back up to where you sold it at, you'll be maybe 10, 15%. And here you're up 50% now. So you have the advantage there, which is what I like to kind of showcase. They don't liquidate your position when the price goes against you. No, because it's cash secured puts, which essentially means you're fronting all the collateral. Or for you to sell one contract, you need to be able to buy 100 shares, whatever strike price it is. So let's say for QQQ, right? What is that right now? Like 500 or something? QQ is at 525. For you to sell one option, you would need to buy 100 shares at, let's say, 525. That would be $50,000 in collateral. I think 5,000. Yeah, 50,000 collateral for one contract. The premium could be like $500. So it's essentially like 1% in premium of what you just put up. I'm gonna make some videos on it. I'm just not ready to do so yet. And why haven't we just slammed through these lows yet? Just a show of hand. Maybe we'll do a poll to see like how many people are willing to put some capital, or how much capital people are willing to use on it. Or just do this. Let's just do a general poll. I would think like around like 30K is a good amount of capital to like, you know, start utilizing. You could definitely do with less, but it's just a little bit more challenging. All good until Black Swan events makes you a bag holder. That's the thing too. Like it's very similar to for you just to buy, let's say, shares for a long term port, and market tanks like 20%, right? During your Black Swan event, it'll be the same thing. And how rare would it be for that to happen? You would probably grow your account like twice or triple that by the time you hit a Black Swan event, if that's what you're fearful of. Jackson, the point of doing selling options, well, you can do both though, but the point of the benefits over selling option over futures is, let's say you take a swing position, right, on futures at 709 here, where the current price is for longs, and 2 weeks later, it's still the same price. You'll be break even. For options, you'll be actually making a lot of money when it's flat. That's the difference. A lot of people have like kind of like a 10K port right now. It's possible, but it's going to be very, a little bit more difficult. Why would you swing? And my question, why not just day trade larger sides? The point is to do more than just scalping. So for me, I scalp my fund. It's in my personal futures account. I also have a long-term account for like, monthlies and yearly swings. And now I have more of like a multi-swing, weekly swing account for options. So you're able to make money if the market is very bullish during the daily high time frame chart. Also the short term, like intraday swing scalps. You're making money across every field, and you're not limiting yourself just from just being a day trader. That's like the simplification of being diversified when you're trading. Because let's say this is always a good reference I like to make. If we take this low here and come back up, I would be so bullish where I would just probably be adding longs as we go down from these daily lows here and weekly lows. And I would just kind of play for the move back up. I won't be able to scalp this as good without getting stopped out, whatever, or missing out on a big move. But if you swing this up, and let's say you take like something like this, right? Stop probably to this low here. It'll be a big stop, but you're kind of swinging it, right? You do smaller size, you go for a bigger target, 3.5 RR. You're not going to be able to do that just by day trading. And swing trading is very profitable too. I switched from options to futures, by the way. I kind of did the same thing. I did options, and then I did futures, and then I'm kind of doing both now. But yeah, I'll have some more info. I'll make some PDFs on it and post them on the Discord and Twitter. And then eventually we'll have some videos out on YouTube for you guys. And you're kind of trading kind of like Nvidia. I wouldn't be mad at getting Nvidia for like 120 and holding it for a few months. I'll probably add, my next one would have been 105 here. I just tend to like doing cash secured puts, selling puts to other degens basically when the stock is already down pretty bad and we're like at a higher time frame support area. So in this case, for Nvidia's sake, we're in the alley chart right now. We took all these lows here, and we're kind of bouncing. I don't know where I got put. This is the 5-minute chart. We're kind of sweeping these lows here. So this is a perfect area to just sell some puts here because it could go lower, but we already dropped like 20%. You're more likely to get some relief first. Even if it does come down lower, it's likely just going to retrace straight back up the next week. I don't do leap options though, but I heard, it works out well too. Just selling options is the easiest way to do it for me. I don't know, make money whatever you want. People are talking about crypto, people talk about real estate. Just do what you gotta do to make money, man. Do what you gotta do. How do you play Google after ER? I wasn't watching Google. Did it dub hard or something? Let me just look at the 4 hour. So just look at this chart here. We did take all-time highs essentially here, right? On Google. We had like consolidation in this area. The way I would just play it, like if we do take out another low down here, that's when I'll start building some long positions. Maybe even this gap here. So I would actually play lower and I'll sell some puts down here. That will make Google probably down like 15%, 20% already. You know how long it took for this inversion to play out? This was an idea from 225, and we've been just chopping back and forth, and finally the TP would have hit at 30 minutes later, like 5 minutes ago. That's kind of crazy. But I think we're about to wrap up here. I don't think we would take another trade. That would have been the third idea, though. We're gonna wrap up and we'll do a giveaway. Lately, I've been giving people the option to take giveaway from multiple. So yesterday, Tiffany was the one who won. I gave the people the option either a 50K take profit count, a 50K starter, or a 50K cash. So you guys have that choice. Whoever wins, you can pick from any of them. I also have Tradeify accounts now too to sponsor. So if you want TPT, my fund features, or Tradeify 50K growth, you have 3 options there. I'm not asking for you guys to pick. Whoever wins gets the choice to choose, just so they can, pick the firm that they want the most, right? Take profit is the eval. It's not the funded. But they will not give me. All right, let's do the like stream, comment, username one time. I'll give you guys 3-4 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. Basically, a little recap is we took shorts somewhere around, like, I think here. This is what we did. Took shorts, played for a drive down here. And then we missed. We had the long idea right here. I didn't execute off of it. Some people did to play for the move back up. And then finally, we kind of missed the longs again because they didn't give us entry. But the 5-minute setup somewhere, I think right here, go for this internal low. 3 ideas, 1 executed. That's a recap for the day. Next time, hopefully, we could capitalize more on it. Good push higher. Give us another minute here. And then I think Desi would also be streaming tonight. So recap also Asia with Brian, Discord chat. Kind of around like it's gonna vary. It's gonna probably be 11 to 8 to 12 midnight. And then in London with Desi, YouTube. Was it 2:30? 2:30 for 4:30, I think, is what he goes for. All right, we're gonna pick the giveaway winner. Giveaway winner today is Blue Girl 225. Asia with Brian, Discord chat around 8 to 12. London with Desi, YouTube. We're gonna post any ideas. And all right. Blue Girl, just DM me in Discord and we'll wrap this up. If you're not a premium member, it should be fine. We're gonna be trading in the general chat here. I just posted the link. Okay. Have a good one, guys. See you guys later today or London.